Welcome. Today I'm going to talk about Freud's structural theory of the mind, of the way personality develops, and hopefully give you some idea about how energies go back and forth between various structures. Freud looked at the mind as developed into three pieces: the id, the ego, and the superego. The id is primal energies, mostly derived around aggression and sex, and the superego is, in a sense, the opposite. It is morality, one's conscience, as extremely strict. The ego tries to balance between the two. Out of the three structures, only the ego is partially in conscious thought. The other two structures, the id and the superego, are completely unconscious, and we don't know what is going on with them. So I'm going to show you a rough pictorial of this. Okay, let's see if we can get it here. Not easy to do, but you can see the structural theory of the id, which operates on the pleasure principle, only interested in immediate pleasures, whether they be aggressive instincts, oh look who's here, come on out, or sexual instincts. Next we have the ego. Yes, look who else is here, yes, there you go. Ego, which tries to compromise, balance in between the id and the superego. Let's see if we can do a better job here. And last, we have the superego itself, which is extremely overly harsh and is the basis of morality. And I have on the bottom there conscious versus unconscious. Only the ego is slightly conscious of the three structures. So there is a constant battle going on, right? Come here. Come here. Oh, you want to go in? Okay. There's a constant battle going on between the id and the superego, and the ego has to mediate between the two, balance between these urges of the id and the punitive structures of the superego. So I'll give you one very quick example, and I'll give you another example in a later lecture. Let us say that a young man is sitting in class and a sexy-looking fellow student walks by outside. So the superego will tell the student, don't even look at that young woman. You should be punished for even thinking thoughts of sex, and for even looking at her you should be punished severely. So very harsh. The id, on the other hand, says, I don't just want you to look at her. I want you to take her right now. Make her yours. Do whatever you want with her. So that's what the id is saying. And so the ego goes, well, man, I got to balance these two, so tell you what. I will let your mind decide to look at the young woman outside for just a split second and then feel guilty about it afterwards. But you won't know why you feel guilty. You'll just look at her and for some reason you'll feel guilty. And that way the superego is getting what it wants, and the ego is partially getting what, the id, sorry, is partially getting what it wants. So the ego is, again, mediating between the two. Thank you.